Basics. I'd love to talk about some of the details and stuff with everybody. I think I'll entertain questions after the presentation and everything is all the way over. Just let me say I'll talk my way through a couple of things, but just kind of, this is a replica weapon, just so you guys know. It's basically made out of there's a couple of metal parts, but it's mostly nylon plastic, and it's got some give to it. Even so, there's going to be safety considerations to this kind of training. So my partner Aaron here has a mask. By the way, this is Aaron Harmon. He's my training partner for Longsword. Because he's out here kind of more or less donating his body potentially to my success. And he's a longtime martial artist as well. We've been training together on this particular thing for somewhere around 6 months, and he's got a black belt in Longsword Jiu-Jitsu, so it's fun to have our paradigm shifted. The big thing about this is, before we really got into it, there was this sort of stereotype of everything European involving big hack and slash Conan type stuff, and it's actually the art that's being revived and studied is very, very sophisticated, every bit as sophisticated as any of what we traditionally or stereotypically think of as martial arts, those arts that are coming from mostly the Eastern Hemisphere. So hopefully I'll show you guys a little bit of that first. So first, there's going to be, Aaron's going to assume what we call the guards. So when we line up to fight, we're going to probably do something like this. We have a Von Tog, all right, is from the roof guard. It's basically, now this is where the Conan thing comes in. This is where we just kind of like try to wipe each other off. All right. From there, there's also the guard called the Oaks guard. Everything is in German, so pardon me if you speak German well. I don't. So we have this position here. Then we have what's called the Flug guard, and this is here translation is plow. All right, and then we have the Alber, which is translated as the Fool's guard. All right. So against the Oaks, if my opponent takes the Oaks position, I'm going to use the strike known as the Krumpau or cricket strike. There. So I step offline. I'm moving away from the weapon. All right. If he takes the Flug strike guard, let's angle a little bit this way. All right. I'm going to use what we call the shield out, knocking his blade out of the side and then striking towards the opposite shoulder. And he takes the Alber guard, the Fool's guard. All right. I'm going to use what's known as the Scheitelhau and the parting strike. So I'm just going to outreach him basically. Right, and finally, if he's in the Von Tog's stance or guard, I'll use what's called the Zwerchau. There. So I'm able to make the strike, but notice I'm also protected more or less at the same time. All right, and then of course, if he's not fast enough, I'll just cut him off from the first time. All right, so now for a moment, I'm going to ask Aaron to put on the finishing mask there. He's going to make a little bit of perhaps light contact or some drills. Mr. Ney has a list of techniques that are kind of more or less translated from the German that he's going to prompt us on, and so this is the fun part. This is where I get to show what's going on.
Taking off the sword.
We'll do it against the other one for the cameras.
Before and after.
Good job, sir.
Krumpau to the hands. Tearing down the sword. Scheitelhau in single time.
Mr. Nate, by the way, is having tons of fun pronouncing all these German terms.
Good job, Mr. Nate.
Overrunning. Traveling after. Running through.
Good job, Sensei.
A sword taking.
Sometimes you get gravy. Then we have the cool instant replay, which is not going to be as cool as what just happened.
Fourth technique.
From Evenhook is what it says there.
Thank you, sir.
Good job, sir.
Pressing the hands.